Guys, Hollywood has a problem, and I think Hollywood has a form of sex addiction or sex fetishizing because every best picture has something to do with some perverse sex act. Like, for instance, the movie The Shape of Water, you know, damn it. This movie is pretty much grinding Nemo. It's about a woman falling in love with some form of monster or whatever, and pretty much wanting to fuck reverse merman here. It's just, whoa. It's just absolutely gross. And I'm like, looking at this and I'm like, why, man? Why did this win against Get Out? I don't mean to make it a race thing, but Get Out, it wasn't a perfect movie, but it was surely better than this shit, to tell you the truth. And I'm like, Get Out. I mean, are you telling me that it's better that this woman fucked this sea creature than this just nice looking brother? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I saw Moonlight and I was like, damn. I read the reviews and they made it seem like this was conspicuously gay and actually left it up to the viewer to find out. Nope, they had him sucking dick on the beach and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if that sounds homophobic or not, but I think it adds to my point of just a little bit of the sexual perversion that the best picture category has overall when it comes to their picks and stuff like that. So they have beastiality, homosexuality. What's next, you ask? You have, of course, pedophilia. Of course, this movie Spotlight, it talks about how kids were getting molested by priests and rabbis and all types of shit, nuns and stuff like that. And I don't mean to offend people this, but you have bestiality, homosexuality, and you have pedophilia. All are pretty much not native or just like not usual to the mass population. And I have to ask, why are they having all these movies about these perverse sexual themes all winning Best Picture? Like, I know the whole Harvey Weinstein situation blew up. And of course, I have to ask, why is Hollywood so perverse and so immoral sexually? Like, what's up with that? So you have a merging of bestiality and also a little bit of homosexuality in this movie Birdman, which talks about a person who, of course, lives in a fantasy where he's a serious playwright and he's actually like a theater actor, and also he is a superhero or some type of supervillain or some type of person with multiple personality syndrome where he pretends to be some type of winged foe, kind of like Falcon in like what you call it, the Avengers, something like that. And of course, there is a gay scene in there with two young ladies. So, yay, LGBT. And also, they have him, of course, merging into a bird, which could be a reference to how the overlords want humans and DNA to merge on some Dr. Monroe shit, you know. Now, I laid out on this chart, you can see a pattern again. Of course, I'm just saying, why is all the Best Picture award nominations have to do something with sex and not just normal average sex, as in sex between a man and a woman, but it has to be, of course, oh shit, not just a normal sex between a man and a woman or two people of reasonable to similar age. No, it has to be sex with an animal or animal hybrid in Birdman, sex with children, sex with gays, as in, in the movie Moonlight, and also sex with animals in a movie like The Shape of Water. And anybody think it's funny that moonlight and spotlight have both of the words lights in it? And of course, if any of you study history, you would know that Satan is the bringer of light, and that's why he was called Lucifer. So why is it that all these movies have something to do with sex, and not just average sex, just sex with any particular thing other than the norm? Like, you have to ask these questions. Now, a person like Corey Feldman says that Hollywood's main problem is pedophilia and people passing children from person to person, sometimes fucking them. And here he is.
But being famous so young, he says, caused serious damage to him and his friends. Do you feel like you missed out on a normal childhood?
What childhood? I don't know what that means.
A lost childhood and a lost...
And also a lost boy. Now, of course, Corey Feldman, he may not be the most talented artist, but he was famous for a good chunk of his childhood and time. And, of course, when he says things like he had sex with a man, and of course he was molested, you have to seriously ask, why is Hollywood have this sex addiction where they have to promote the opposite of the norm when it comes to sexuality? Oh, yes, and let me mention before I forget, 12 Years a Slave had a disgusting rape scene in it between these two actors. Yeah, that was very fucked up. So I forgot. Yeah, they show rape too. I mean, yeah, being that this movie. So
I can tell you that the number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh, yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh, yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
Or Birdman. They were everywhere like vultures or Birdmen. Or Birdman, I should say. Shit, I cannot pronunciate shit. But yeah, that was Mr. Feldman, and I always thought that the term Feldman was a little strange, like you felt men, but it's what he said was very odd. If you look back to all the best picture awards have some form of perverse sexuality to it. And I just wanted to break this to you. The Oscars have a very high sex addiction or sex fetish that I wanted to bring forth to the light to everybody. Oh, yes, and let's not forget about American Beauty, which was the last 90s movies, the last 90s movie to win a Best Picture. Of course, a movie following Kevin Spacey, who we later found out was, of course, a pedophile himself and had sex with a 14-year-old boy, and who fantasized about a teenage girl for most of the movie, and of course, might have, if he didn't get shot, fucked her. So yeah, let's not forget about that movie. Oh yes, and I watched American Beauty, and I was like, the gay love scene at the end like struck me like, whoa, man. And of course, I was young when I watched it, and I didn't really understand the themes. But now, bringing to light that Kevin Spacey came out the closet after he was outed as a pedophile, it really shows how Hollywood have a utter sickness that really shows through their picking of best pictures. Like, come on, this is like the fifth years of the row Their best pictures show rape, pedophilia, beastiality, homosexuality, all the um all the sexualities that are not of the norm of most of society and people. So I'm really sorry if people get butt hurt and decide to be a butt Hercules, but I had to expose the truth. Please like, subscribe, and share this video.